Okay. Let's clear this board. One of the most important things I'm working on right now is actually getting as many of the metal habitats as possible. Metal habitat allows you to do the most amount of gold. So let's see, this is just a level 1 metal habitat. I'm definitely going to upgrade it soon, but I'm already upgrading 4 and I only have 4 huts, so I can only upgrade 4 items right now at a time. I've considered buying another hut, but it's 200 gems, which the value of 200 gems to me right now is, pretty high, and it would not be worth it to me to do that. Technically I've got time. I just click these things, they're upgrading, and I'm going to leave it at that. But a level 1 metal habitat, I click on info down on the left here, and even at a level 1, it's got a maximum gold of 22,500. In contrast, if I go over to fire, this right here is a level 8 fire. You can see that right at the bottom center of your screen. Level 8, and that's got a max gold of 21,000. So even maxed out at level 8, that is, maxed level, that is, I can only get 21,000 gold. So, when I leave the game for several hours or a day or whatever, which obviously happens all the time, it builds up and then it stops doing any more gold than the maximum in the location. So in this case, again, it's 21,000 maximum, whereas even this level 1 metal habitat over here is a maximum of 22,500. And I'm working on building these other ones up. I think that the maximum on a level 8 is something like 135,000. That almost competes with, some legendary habitats. Let's look at this legendary habitat. That's a level 1 maxed out at 400,000. But then again, how many legendaries do you have right now? Do you have enough legendaries to fill the map? If you do, then that's what I would do. If you don't, then, metal is a really good option. Obviously, for that reason, the metal habitat is more expensive than others. This game is all about balancing how much gold and how many gems and spending appropriately. It's actually kind of a good life lesson, really. It's, do you go waste that $50, or is there a way for you to maximize that $50 you've got? So, if your parents tell you that you're wasting time playing video games, you are, but at least you're learning some lessons. So, it's not a complete waste of time. Plus, it's entertaining, right? All right, so I cleared all the gold there, and so literally the maximum on legendaries is the highest, then metal, and it just goes in reverse order. If you go to the shop here, you go to the habitats, it's just in reverse order of this, except for the legendary habitat. I don't know why it's in the middle over there, but just go by how much money it costs to buy the habitat. So here you've got 412,000 for the metal habitat, 250,000 for light, 100,000 for magic, etc., etc. Obviously, fire habitat, just 100 gold, which, right now you make in 1 second on the board if you're, at my level. So, it's sort of a build and replace kind of game. You start with fire habitats, and you eventually try to replace them all. So I'm right now. So depending on what level you're at, I think at level 80, maybe it was 75. I got this thing right here in the middle, bottom center of your screen, called the Monster Vault. If you click on bottom center view, the thing that looks like the eggs that are blue, orange, and green. There you have a whole bunch of spots that you can save monsters in temporarily if you don't have space for them on the board. Right now I'm trying to keep up as many different monsters as I can, but I've already started getting rid of the common ones and the uncommon ones, and even a bunch of rare ones. I'm not getting rid of elites, and I'm obviously not getting rid of legendaries. Something that's a fairly new feature with legendaries, I'm sorry, not with legendaries, with elites, is that you can extract from the elites. This is a newer feature as of 2019. I don't know exactly when it came into play, but sometime in 2019. And you can extract from an elite, and you can get cells that obviously I'm eventually going to use towards legendaries. So when I'm breeding different animals or different monsters, and I get the same ones over and over and over, I can just extract, the ones. Another thing I do is I try to feed the monsters to their maximum before I extract them. Especially if I'm, going to use that specific monster's cells for that specific monster. I hope that makes sense. If you're unclear about anything in this, ask questions below. I will try to answer them. And if you all don't mind trying to answer each other's questions, I'll do my best. This is my first video ever, so I'm certain it's terrible. So I apologize for that. But I'm just trying this, and I've been playing this game for a little while, and I think it's come along pretty well, pretty fast, and I'm enjoying it. And I like the little tricks, that I've learned over time to get ahead. So I actually have quite a few of them. There's no way that I can go into even a few, even 10% of them in this video. But those were a few. Another one that's really important, I think, is you have to get as many gems as possible. If you look in the upper right part of my screen where it shows the gems, I've got 524. I've been building those up. I generally don't spend them on anything. I don't spend them on speeding things up. I mean, I have enough downtime in this game. I'll play it every once in a while, do the breeding and the whatever, the extractions and the, all those different things, and, the battles, the war, etc. And then I put it down for, most of the day. So I do sometimes play it as much as, 2 or 3 times in a day, generally for no more than 20 minutes each of those times. That's a lot of time. I mean, when you think about it, this is one of those games where it tries to, you benefit from, doing something along those lines. You certainly benefit from checking it every day. I mean, again, I don't know if they still, they do this at the lower levels, because when I was at the lower level, I wasn't paying as much attention. But certainly at the upper levels, if I check in just twice a day, really it's just once a day, but it's got to be at a specific time. I just don't even pay attention to, like, oh, it's been 24 hours, I need to check in. But that initial screen where it gives you, shows the calendar and you get the prize of the day, well, the best thing about that, most of the prizes are terrible, but if you do check in every single day and you get all 30 of those, you get almost a full legendary every month just from checking in once a day. Now, if you just started this game, that might seem, like a real waste of time. But if you like the game, just checking in that much gets you, in essence, something very powerful. The legendary monsters are very powerful. So that is my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like, click on the bell, subscribe, and if you want to send me some money via Patreon, that would be great as well. I actually haven't set one up yet, but if there's any interest in this video, I probably will. I don't have a lot of money, and if you like the video and you don't mind sharing, that would be great. Thank you.